just like move around. Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. Okay.
I can't even drive. So we got.
How you doing?
Good.
So,
Wow, so Jordan. Sorry. So just trying to give you guys a little view of what this is. I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough of the encampment. It's an occupied space now. I'm going to apologize if I point down sometimes. It's just, there's this whole, a lot of people camped out here. And there's going to be this march today. Do a little walkthrough.
Hey, look, it's Friday, right? Stop Friday? Hey, good job. Okay. Do myself, I got to put on my words.
Oh dear. Robbie's still back there. Oops, there he is. Robbie. He's right there. He's right there. I see him. Robbie! I walked like right under your nose over there. You were busy looking at your phone and I was carrying food back to my car, but
the drum gathering down there.
it's pretty awesome. That's where I just was, but I figured I would give them a little walkthrough. I'm gonna go back down there. Are you gonna march?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll go down there with you. Rico's trying to snag himself some ribs.
Are there ribs down there?
There was like a one rack that just came out, so I doubt that it'll make it out of that kitchen.
Ooh. Where are they going? The Red House is that house right up there that has been in the same indigenous families. It's been their property for 4 generations, and the bank is trying to foreclose. They're trying to evict them. So people have been occupying this space, the yard. It's been a couple weeks now. Anyway, the idea is to block the eviction. Hi.
What's up with you?
This is
Gonna march
Robbie.
out of the car.
Robbie, this is
Hi, Robbie.
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. I'm her nibble. Yeah. And this is my partner. We're not doing the whole march, unfortunately. We're not doing the whole march because we have to go to our laundry.
It's very short. It's starting here, going this way, and then back.
Going where?
It's probably just a small loop.
It's just short.
Stolen people on stolen land.
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 Stolen
Hell yeah, we do!
You're like, this one's gonna get left.
No borders, no nation, no family separation.
No borders, no nations, no family separation.
No borders, no nation,
No family separation.
no borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation.
No nations, no family separation.
Borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No borders, no nation, no family separation. No nation, no family separation. No borders, 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 no nation, no family separation. No nation, you said no family separation.
Regina. I'm trying to rap. I was finna freestyle though. I got a beat. I'm finna freestyle. Wait, you gotta go back in the middle. We gotta start. Can we get like 2 minutes? Alright. Okay, come on y'all, I need a beat. Yo. That's young Ariana, young baby Ariana on the track. I'm finna spit you some heat.
Yes!
Okay.
Let's go!
Yeah. Feeling this? Ooh. Hey. Say Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
And whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Yo, just hopped on a mic, finna spit some bars. Oh, I messed up, but it's okay. I'm not going fast enough, but I'ma jump on back on the beat, cause that's what I do. I'm spitting, we just gonna keep marching, cause I just messed up so badly, but it's okay, cause I'm still spicy. Coming back around, I'm a jalapeno, yeah, that's a no. If you try to mess with me, then you a joke. Cut the beat. Okay, wait. No, yeah, I need a word, give me a word. One word. Give me one word. Do the electric slide with us. Huh? Do the electric slide with us. I don't do the electric slide. Look, okay, RedHouse. Okay, I'm talking. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Don't know what I was finna say, but it's okay. Said the RedHouse. Say it with me, RedHouse. Say it with me, RedHouse. It's red. Call it RedHouse. I said the house is red. Call it RedHouse. The house is red. Call it RedHouse. It's red. Call it RedHouse. The house is red. It's red. Call it RedHouse. Said the what? It's red. Call it RedHouse. I said the house.
That was fun.
Yeah. We're gonna hang back and try to like stay closer to the crowd.
No, he's right. If you're not an organizer,
But we're gonna march
stay
all the way
behind
back up
drums, please.
Olive, we'll see you. If I don't see you, we'll
I don't know
text
if you
you.
guys all heard me. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Scared the piss out of me. I almost
I
slapped.
know you know what. Hey, mic check, mic check, mic check. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, like I was saying, I'm not trying to please somebody. You can do whatever you want at the end of the day, but we will be a lot louder and a lot more unified front if everyone just stays behind the drums. And then we can hear all the chants, because the chants are getting lost because the drums are in the middle and the back can't hear the front. So if everyone just stays behind the drums, then we can hear everybody. Does that make sense? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Y'all repeat after me. Repeat after me. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Jedi, you know this one. I said, no, don't repeat that. We're marching.
We're marching
To justice.
to justice
For our sisters.
for our sisters
And our brothers.
and our brothers.
We're marching.
We're marching
To freedom.
to freedom. Our fathers. We're marching. We're marching for
I mean, yeah, also that. But I mean, Tubular is Mad Libs, fill in the blank. With
Yeah.
It will
Tubular
probably be
is
accurate.
Justice.
Passing on your right. Passing on your right.
That'd be a fun.
I'm gonna sneak around you. Sorry.
Yeah, right? You're all jazzed up now, right?
Or you know, those like big
Passing on your right.
One of the things that makes it easier, when you see us put up both hands in the air like this, I use you to put your hands in the air, I use that when you slow down. Like the back of the hand off, so we'll start going to the side. When you see us go like this, that means same thing as getting more tight, I think the two go down. And the last one, if we put our hands like this, and we go like this, that means we keep going faster. Now I'm going to say easier for safety, easier for safety. Also, okay, change it like this. I'm going to say what do we want, I'm going to say custom. Now I'm saying, what do we want? What I'm going to say now, like I'm like, oh, we're going to hit that time. I say, yeah, we're booking. So on the third one, when I say, what do we want? I say now, we will say now, 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 now,
Oh, this is convenient.
Oh, nice.
I'm dying. Whoa. I was dying in like my down coat and the sweater. Like, what the hell? Like, most of that time I'm like walking backwards, speed walking backwards. guys stayed the whole time.
It was easy. Yeah, and they're playing drum and bass, which I'm just really happy about.
Yeah, I'm down with the jungle sound.
I'm excited about it.
Full support.
Brought me back a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Not that I have very far back to go, but
That's alright. We could not figure out who you were
So we're back at the RedHouse now. That's the RedHouse. You see those rope lights up there in upper frame? That's the RedHouse. Woo! Hi. All right. Well, that was a nice, modest length. Marching on Mississippi was pretty awesome.
yeah, I like that. It's good because it's on Friday, so it's like busy.
I was like turning the camera on all those people. Truck!
Watch out a little bit. Sorry though.
Watch out! You guys watch out, we got a truck coming. All right. Yeah. Hello. So I'm not sure if motorcade's coming through.
Like 2 minutes, please.
Moving. I'm not sure if there's more happening here, but I wasn't sure even if I was going to stream, but it seemed like a good one to show you guys that this is happening. It's kind of been one of the main focuses over the last couple weeks. Yeah. And I am sweating because it's been chilly and I was wearing a down coat and a very thick sweater. So I don't know, it looks like they're in the middle of the street over here. So I'm gonna go back over there, I think. Let's see what's happening over here. Woo! Kind of step. Sorry.
You're just a little bit in the road.
No, it's I don't see the back end.
They haven't gotten a lot of support from their community. They've been fighting for their home for 2 years now, and they're just now getting the support of their community.
Nice work.
RedHouse! 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 RedHouse!
up into the RedHouse camp. We have some speeches for you. We have some more music for you. We have some food for you too. Make sure you wash and sanitize your hands. I'm gonna put my mask on. You all do the same. Appreciate y'all for being here again. It means a lot to us.
Also, if you guys, when we say Breeway, if you guys don't know what that means, when I went to Louisville, they said Breeway for Brown Taylor. So when we say Breeway, that means for Brown Taylor. Breeway, hit the freeway. She don't get justice, hit the freeway.
Okay.
Y'all can get in the
How you been?
I'm good. I'm all right.
I miss you guys.
I miss you too.
I got so used to seeing you all every night.
I know. It was a
I've
routine.
been hiding from the world.
That makes sense. The world's a scary place right now.
Well,
so.
and for streamers, it's gotten particularly bad.
Yeah, no.
Like from all sides.
Yeah, yep. I feel like, it's like...
because 98% of them are just there for the wrong reason.
But you guys know why I'm doing it. You guys know.
You've been doing it.
Yeah,
I know. I've been. When I was first doing it, there was like none of us.
Yeah, exactly. And now
And
there's
then
just
I
everyone's
watched.
oppressed.
We multiplied like rabbits on crack.
Well, they multiplied as soon as the cops said
there
we're
was
not going to attack.
protection.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're not going to attack press.
And
I
that
was like,
made
wow.
it super unsafe for all of us.
Yep. No, it's funny how it made it unsafe for the actual.
I felt like it totally delegitimized what I've been doing.
Yes.
But for the most part, I didn't stop. But then, things just got too scary. Like the last couple times I was out, people say shit to me.
Yeah. No, it's. Well,
and it's hard to be walking through with like such hostility. So like streamers get the wall. I don't even know what that fucking means.
Yeah, it means firing range.
Yeah, right. And
Streamers are snitches.
I'm like, yeah, do you really expect the mainstream media to tell our story?
Yeah, no, not
and
at all.
They just flip me off. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yo.
Fuck you too.
Well, I trust you to tell our story. You know?
Thank you.
What's the deal?
That's why I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it tonight, but I kind of sussed it out for an hour or two, and I decided, fuck it.
Well, I mean, it's like we're trying to keep the streamers to a minimum in the camp, and like if they're not vetted, then we're like But
I came and streamed one night early on, trying to get the word out that support was needed here.
Yeah.
But it's grown a lot since then.
Yeah, it has. It's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty cool. It's so sweet to see you, Nova.
Oh yeah.
Her little pink megaphone.
She's the best.
It's too much.
She's the best. Nova
She's the
Laner.
best.
Nova Laner.
They both are.
They are. Torn and Nova.
Torn has grown.
Yeah, no, he's
so much. And I said that to him. He's like, no, this is how tall I've been. Like, you don't know.
No, you don't
like,
realize.
Like half a foot, maybe, or more.
No, he's like beefing up too. Like he's getting like.
Totally. And he's I watched it walking between you two.
Yeah.
Front, and he's like emulating your like stride.
Oh, really?
It's like he's studying how to be a man.
Yeah, no, it's so funny.
Super cute. So no one's really going up there.
Damn, Soren. Is that Soren?
Okay.
Soren, you can smoke.
Okay.
I think it's like a linebacker.
Get up there, football. Give him a ball. Give him a ball.
All right.
That fool's whipping down like.
Good job, Nova. I'm so proud of you out there, Nova. Such good marching. I was live streaming, not the whole time, but I was live streaming, and sometimes I got to make sure people saw you out there being so strong. It was good.
You got 2 balloons and a Nova.
Yeah.
2 balloons.
The balloons are the obvious part. No, but you did a good job leading them. Yeah, your mom's a good one, and you're a good one too. It's been fun to watch you grow up these last 6 months. Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We were out earlier at
What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, everybody's don't engage.
Let security handle it. Let security handle it.
Well, that was interesting. No, they said they said the N-word.
Yeah. So messed up.
People have
Clearly.
Yeah. The guy with the banjo. Have I seen him before?
There's a guy who, the guy with the banjo?
Yeah.
I've seen a guy with a banjo like outside the MCSO building a lot.
Maybe that was him.
Nah, that was a different person.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember how he looked. This guy, curly hair, glasses.
Huh.
The other dude is like taller and
So people don't really seem to be going up.
Black lives matter. 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 Black lives matter.
So that's the RedHouse, you guys. Hello. Olives. We're trying to give people some context here. Oh my god, I'm like, it kills me watching Little Nova.
Yeah. I know, we were right behind her the whole time.
And Torin,
Oh my
like,
God. So
marching between Mondo and Jordan and like emulating their.
This kid that's racing, whoever
That's
that
Torin,
guy,
that's Torin.
and the guy in black, that's so cute.
That's Rage's.
Yeah. So cute. Okay, we're leaving.
Okay, well, I'm glad you came and I'm glad you stayed for longer than you expected.
It was nice to march.
Yeah. Nice meals. More. You're going to be near me, so more.
Yeah, exactly.
soon.
More soon. Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay. Olives, be safe. Be safe. Looks like everyone's starting to go in now. Well, there's performances, then I'll keep streaming at least for a little while. So, for those who might have joined late and don't know the story, the family, this house has been in the same family for 4 generations. And I don't know the exact details of the story, but they've apparently been fighting to keep this. And all of this occupation is to block an eviction because the house has been foreclosed or is being foreclosed. So this is the community, and they're an indigenous family. So this is the community rallying to support them. Pretty sweet. It was a decent turnout, I'd say. It was more than I thought were going to be here. Let's see what's happening up here. Nice to see you, Jedi. Hello.
swinger spot.
Ish. I like this view.
You might as well start a six patty on the street. On the throwback.
Ooh. Are you done working in the kitchen? Oh, I'm done.
For tonight, yeah.
Good to see you.
You too, Zippy.
In a minute.
Yep. It has been. But I'll be out here every day.
It was good.
Don't stop.
I wasn't sure if I was going to stream, but it seemed important to get the word out again.
What was that?
I came like a week ago and streamed a little bit, trying to get the word out that you guys need support.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
keep trying.
Yep. More the merrier.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes an action. That action being raising the prices of real estate and property in general to more fit the middle class. And that's in quotes. There's a definition for that, but it has nothing to do with black and brown life.
But honestly, because the show ends at 7 o'clock.
Black families lag far behind whites in the Portland region in employment, health outcomes, and high school graduation rates. They also lag behind black families nationally. While income for whites nationally in Multnomah County, where Portland is located, were around $70,000 in 2009. Blacks in Multnomah County made just $30,000 compared to $41,000 for blacks nationally. The reason why I read that part is because when gentrification starts, property values go up. It gets priced out of the black and brown communities. And what happens is, within those black and brown communities, there's 38,000 black people in Portland. Out of those 38,000 African Americans, this is the words they wrote, 10,000 of those had to move from the center city to its fringes because of rising prices. The gentrification of the historically black neighborhood in central Portland, Albina, has led to conflicts between white Portlanders and longtime black residents over things like widening bicycle lanes and the construction of a Trader Joe's. Wow. Portland's tactic when it comes to race up until now has been to just ignore it. From its very beginning, Oregon was an inhospitable place for black people. In 1844, the provisional government of the territory passed a law banning slavery and at the same time required any African American in Oregon leave the territory. Any black person remaining would be flogged publicly every 6 months until he left. This is Oregon law. Oregon state law. 5 years later, another law was passed that forbade free African Americans from entering into Oregon. In 1857, Oregon adopted a state constitution that banned black people from coming to the state, residing in the state, or holding property in the state. During this time, any white male settler could receive 650 acres of land and another 650 if he was married. And this, of course, was land taken from the native people. And this, of course, was land taken from the native people who have been living here for centuries. Centuries. A century is 100 years. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the founding idea of the state was as a racist white utopia. The idea was to come to Oregon territory and build the perfect white society you dreamed of. With the passage of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, Oregon's laws preventing black people from living in the state and owning property were superseded by national law. Check out what Oregon did. It did not ratify the 14th Amendment, the Equal Protection Clause, until 1973. This is black and white. This is not. The state ratified, or more exactly, the state ratified the amendment in 1866, rescinded its ratification in 1868, and then finally
ratified it for good in 1973. It didn't ratify the 15th Amendment, which gave black people the right to vote until 1959. This history resulted in a very white state. Technically, after 1868, black and indigenous people could come to Oregon, but the black exclusions laws had sent a very clear message nationwide. What those exclusion laws did was broadcast very broadly and loudly that Oregon wasn't a place where blacks would be welcome or comfortable. The rise of the Ku Klux Klan made Oregon even more inhospitable for black people. The state had the highest per capita Klan membership in the country. Now that's not surprising. Democrat Walter M. Pierce was elected to the governorship of the state in 1922 with the vocal support of the Klan, and the photos in the local papers show the Portland chief of police, the sheriff, the district attorney, the U.S. attorney, and the mayor posing with Klansmen. Accompanied by an article saying that the men were taking advice from the Klan. Some of the laws passed during that time included literacy tests for anyone who wanted to vote in the state and compulsory public school for Oregonians, a measure targeted by Catholics. It wasn't until World War II that a sizable black population moved to Oregon, lured by jobs in the shipyards. Huh. Y'all know where I'm going with this one, right?
Vanport.
Vanport. The housing authority, so blacks weren't court, so blacks were good to come here during the war to work in the shipyards, and the population grew from 2,000 to 20,000, and the majority of the new residents lived in Vanport, a city of houses nestled between Portland and Vancouver, Washington, constructed for the new residents. Yet after the war, blacks were encouraged to leave Oregon. Encouraged to leave Oregon. I wonder how they encourage blacks to leave Oregon. The mayor of Portland commented in a newspaper article that black people were not welcome. The Housing Authority of Portland mulled dismantling Vanport, and jobs for black people disappeared as white soldiers returned from war and displaced the men who had found jobs in the shipyards. So, you guys know the story of Vanport. I'm going to give you some numbers. So, 18,500 residents, 6,300 of whom were black, had to find somewhere else to live.
You're too short.
For black residents, the only choice if they wanted to stay in Portland was a neighborhood called Albina. That had emerged as a popular place to live for black porters who worked in nearby Union Station. It was the only place black people were allowed to buy homes. In 1919, the Realty Board of Portland approved the Code of Ethics forbidding realtors and bankers from selling or giving loans to minorities for properties located in white neighborhoods. And so I'm not going to go any, this is an excerpt from a book. And once again, the more I read, the more I don't want to read. Gentrification is very simple. When they want the land, they take the land. Black and brown people are put in positions where they do not have the financial ability, nor any banks or realtors that will do any type of business with them. The process of redlining is basically cutting up a city, picking what locations are the best, who stays in that location, and everyone else that is not within that red line is pushed out of the city completely. Redlining is something that has been a part of this country's history from the days of sharecropping. When you were freed as a slave, you were not free. You were in debt. And I'm not going to explain the intricacies of that, but basically back in those days, if you were black and you were free, you still did what the hell you were told, or you were swinging from a tree. So we were forced to work on the land that we were slaves on to pay for the right to stay on the land that we were slaves on. Indigenous people didn't even have that luxury. They murdered them by the millions. By the millions. And those that were left, they gave them land in unconscionable places. They gave them land with no access to water, no access to natural resources, and not the financial wherewithal to be able to sustain themselves. They were treated like this for decades and decades until the 80s, when the law was passed that allowed them to be able to at least put casinos on their property. But even that, look at what they give them, casinos. A place where you gamble your life, money away. That's not a trade at all. Thank God they have the ability to at least have some finances. But guess who's going to the casinos, y'all? It ain't the rich people that own everything. It's us out here struggling, hustling, whatever, dropping in the slot, pay the rent. So we are still being enslaved along with our indigenous brothers and sisters. And so I would ask again that you please look up gentrification, but be ready for what you are going to read. Because it is in black and white, it is in black and white. It is happening as we speak. Not only is this house planned to be taken, there was a city council meeting that I got to listen to with the family. Was it last week, Paulo? They plan to take this whole street. There's something about, what was it, like 36 more condo. They plan to take the whole street. And the shady way they do it is, who are you? Oh, we're this. And they're literally putting up web pages as they're talking on the phone to make it look like as if they're this. And they're totally shady people with a lot of money and the connections to think that they can quietly come in here and do what they've been doing. See, they've been doing this, and they don't want us to pay attention. It starts with the city council. They're the ones chopping up this property and handing it out. They're doing it right in front of us. So along with the Kinney family, we need to have a presence at every city council meeting, because there are some coming up that have direct ramifications for people and persons who own property and own homes in Portland. The struggle is on all facets, y'all. We came to support this family in their struggle, and we are getting educated in the laws and the tricks that they use to evict black and brown people daily. There are other families in need as the Kinney family. Once we secure them, because we will do that, and we will win. We will win. Community will step up for the next family, and the next family, and the next family, and the next family. Because community is about us. It's not about Biden, Trump, anything to do with a government. All of that has nothing to do with us. That is not a part of our community. We take care of ourselves. We take care of families in need. It's what we do. That word gentrification won't matter to you unless you find yourself in that situation. Don't find yourself in that situation, because then it'll be too late for you to know what the definition is. So you need to find out now so you can step up for this family. You can be legally aware and conscious of the things that are going on around you. These little laws that they pass them while we're at Starbucks and at the fucking happy hour and at the mall. They don't want you to know. City Council is open to the public. You need to stay invaded in that place. You guys would be amazed at some of the laws that they've been passing without us knowing. And it's a hell of a hard way to find out about a law when you're cuffed and they're telling you what you did. And you're going, what? I didn't even know that was a law. That's how they roll, though. That's exactly how they roll. So I'm going to end it now, but before I do, I'm going to bring up Seneca. So, please, y'all, make some noise for Regina Rose, please.
Woo!
this young queen is responsible for everything you guys are seeing right here. She called out, we stepped up. She put all of this together on behalf of the Kinney family. A young black queen with two small ones that are here. This is what community looks like.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Be prepared. Now, when I say clap if you prepared, what I'm actually asking is, are you aware that when you're clapping, because you're prepared to lift somebody up when they can't lift themselves up? I'm asking you, are you prepared to look and help someone who can't help themselves? Are you prepared to save someone who can't save themselves? And that's why I'm here, because right now, I mean, we're going through a lot. And it's hard out here, and for us leaders on the front line, especially black, on the front line, there's certain things that we got to do for ourselves, and there's certain help that we got to bring to the table. I don't know Regina that well, but I know what she's doing, and I'm proud of what she's doing. And I'm proud of everybody out here. And I'm going to leave it like that. But today, me and a few people, we want to battle for the front line. And I'm going to leave it like that because I've come bearing gifts for you.
I don't.
Okay, so what he just gave this young queen, this fierce warrior, was a bag full of money.
Nice.
Love y'all.
So there's been hundreds of millions of dollars given to the Black Lives Matter movement, and none of that money has been given to any one of the leaders on the front line.
It's fucked up.
I'll say that again. There's been hundreds of millions of dollars given to the Black Lives Matter movement, and the leaders that are out here daily on the front line are getting none of it. And so instead of continuously asking for help on that test, Seneca, we put together something. What I'm going to do is ask for some volunteers for that, because we need to make stuff like this happen. Our black leaders on the front line have given up their jobs and everything, and they are out here doing this because it needs to be done. Okay, Martin Luther King never owned a home. Malcolm X never owned a home. The community took care of them. The community. And so we have a bucket brigade. Every day from 11 a.m. to 3 on the weekends, we are out in the streets with buckets and signs and bullhorns, getting donations for Black Lives Matter that are going directly to the leaders on the front line. Every weekend we will highlight 3 to 5 leaders, and everything that is put into those buckets will go directly to those leaders, so that Nova and Torrent can have a fucking place and hot food and clothes on their back.
Yep.
And so I am calling out directly for volunteers. It's only on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 to 3. And I do believe today they're in the Providence Park area. But literally what we're doing is in the intersection on both sides, hollering, having fun, chanting Black Lives Matter, handing out, holding out buckets. And people are literally riding by, dropping it in the bucket. And so if you don't need to give directly to us, but please come be a part of that party. Because it's a real party. And if you want to see some real magic, just hold a bucket for a while. It's a trip. And it's something that we have to do because our black leadership on the front line, man, we have to take care of them. Take care of our black leadership. Their lives and everything is on the line. Their families' lives are on the line. You guys don't hear about the death threats because we don't talk about it because they don't mean nothing to us. But they are constant and they are daily. And the least we can do is support our black leadership. So this is what we came up with to help our black leaders on the front line. So I would please love to have any and everybody who would like to volunteer, reach out to me or send a kit of product. We're both on Instagram. I'm here. I'm cooking. So you know what I'm saying? I'm here. But please, if it's just for one day, for a couple hours, come out. I promise you, you will be amazed. Because black lives do matter.
Wait, hold up. You don't from New Zealand?
I'm a part of
Take me with you.
RedHouse.
Take me with you, bro.
Everything y'all
Trust you for coming out here.
Y'all give us a chance as we get it done.
Thank you for coming out here.
Hella good.
It's only going to be 2 weeks.
No, damn. I
In a
heard.
minute. Nice to see you.
I said, pardon me for stepping up on that. Sorry.
I just like needed like
Oh yeah, I don't know what Sunday to raise funds. But they literally are taking over intersections legally out of the street and running into police cars. Hollering Black Lives Matter, holding a bucket up to the window. Literally just like that. That's the bucket again. And that's the way you guys can be involved with supporting our black leadership. So every weekend we'll take 3 days and we will have 5 black leaders and we'll make sure each one of our black leaders
I don't know, get like mad at myself for like being like depressed.
Yes.
That,
so yes. Today is the first day we decided there was an idea. It was just a way to do what is going to be
Does anybody need anything from the med truck before we go? We got water and snacks.
Love.
Hi, I love you.
Love.
Hi.
Oh, you can park the med truck over there.
We have to leave. We have to leave. But do you, yeah. Does somebody want to?
Where the hell have y'all been?
I know. I saw you walk up, and I tried to say hi, but you. So many people.
You guys don't roll up anymore.
Toxic.
I'm sorry,
But not before I say goodbye to you.
Toxic.
Where's the night? Sorry.
The snacks, you want one?
Yeah.
All right. So, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the talking, but I'm feeling it. I'm gonna end the stream. I think there's more stuff going on, but I'm feeling it in my body, so it gets hard to hold this after so long. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, wherever you are, whoever you're with. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time.